Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5 on the Daily Huddle Show. How are you guys doing today? Man, hopefully you can hear me and everything is running smoothly. Let me just make sure that you could hear this. Mr. M.
It could go higher.
Yes, he's saying it can go higher. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Is it all working? Let me just see.
I told you so.
I did tell you about Bitcoin, right? And I told you a lot about Bitcoin, right? In the past history of Bitcoin. You know what? I wanted to go over the history of money and so forth. Good morning. Good morning. And let's see here. Who was the Genghis Khan? The Mongol. I wanna the history of the Mongols. Right? Who was the guy that Khan? Genghis Khan. Yes, he was pretty evil. The Mongols and stuff like that. I mean, throughout history, I want you guys to understand what we're living through right now. The fact that you can watch this, that you could learn this, the fact that you are able to just live and do your thing and not worry about somebody coming and taking your children and killing you as a guy and taking your children and taking your girls and torturing them and beating them and actually having them as broodmaids, right? That is our normal lifestyle throughout history. That was the norm. The Mongols lasted a long time, right? I think it was 1,000 years or something like that. The Ottoman Empire, my God, you don't know what they did to nuns and they tried to erase the history of Christianity and people off the earth. 600 years, right? So, yeah, the normal life of human beings is basically suffering and torture. And the only way to prevent that from coming again, right, is that you have to buy Bitcoin. You're like, dude, man, really? Really? Bitcoin? Dog? Okay, you just, the reason why you feel that way is because you don't understand history, right? And you know how they say, right? Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it, right? And because majority of people, right, not just you, who are like, you're just trying to sell Bitcoin, man. Not just you saying that, not just you, but a lot of people don't understand that the wealthy elite people who think they know it all, what's best, right? Even Genghis Khan, right, who had a massive army, he believed he was doing the right thing, right? Yes, torturing, controlling people, and having his soldiers breed with other people or with other women against their will and so forth. That was right. Well, that was his belief. Now, the people who are able to print money for free, do you think they might have maybe something similar in common? You think that maybe they might want to control you for thousands of years for the rest of for their family, for the future? Do you think they might want that for their family? Since, I mean, they already got you holding on to paper money, right? And believing that it was real. So they're superior to you. And they feel that way because you're dumb enough to hold paper money. But they get free. Of course they're going to feel superior. Right? This is the way, this is the human condition. Right? And the only way out of this is that you have to have wealth stored, right? So that you can fight back. So you can say, no, dog, it's not going down that way. That's it. Period. End of story. Bitcoin is an asset that allows you to do that. Now you could say, well, what if they throw a nuke in the sky and then all the computers? You understand, right, that the most valuable asset on the planet is not gold, Bitcoin, water, air, right? Yes, even though you need it, water and air, it's not the most valuable thing. It's other people. Because other people can solve problems. Such if there's not enough air, they can figure it out, right? Once they must have their survival is at risk, they can figure it out. So, to wipe everyone out is not gonna make them superior if there's nobody around. How superior are you, right? If you're on an island by yourself. Not very, right? So don't tell me that they're gonna try to wipe you out or wipe out all the computers. How well do you think they're going to survive without computers? Not very long, right? Especially now that we have AI, which makes it even easier, right? So there you go. It's perfect. It's a perfect system, right? Where you have good and evil, and you are the good, which is the majority of us, right? And you have to realize, yeah, that nigga over there is evil. We might want to do something about that. Because, yeah, they'll always exist, right? They'll always exist, right? And you've seen it throughout our history. If you haven't read our history has been brutal. And we have to do something right now. And the best way to do that is to learn about Bitcoin. And make sure that this never happens to human beings ever again. And we're the ones at the gates of that. That's it. And so protect your wealth, buy some Bitcoin. Yeah, if you say, well, you know what? I like your idea. I want to get some gold. I have gold too. I have gold and silver as well. So I have both, right? And so it's not like I'm all into Bitcoin only, but I'm mostly into Bitcoin, right? Most of my wealth is like, I would say 90% is in Bitcoin. And so, yeah, there it is. Bitcoin is your savior, right? All right, with that said, I have enough with that rant. Let me see if there's any questions to save. How do you convert them, bro? Okay, I will just take that as Kaspa. So no XRP. Oh, I'm going to answer that question for sure. Bitcoin. Government shutdown. Okay. No. That's like a myth, right? That most people don't seem to understand. That you can't shut it down any more than they can shut down the internet. Like, okay, right? Have they shut down drugs? Have they shut down, I don't know, money laundering? Oh yeah, no. Have they shut down? Okay, let's go to even smaller countries, right? Like Venezuela. It's illegal to use dollars, but every transaction is done in dollars. How about Argentina? Same thing, right? Good luck on that, right? How does the government know that you even have Bitcoin? And besides, they're all embracing it. So where does the shutdown come from? Alrighty. Alrighty. That's okay. I guess that's all the questions I can find right now. Let's get on to the rest of the show. Before we do get on to the show, because I have a little bit of announcements to make. Bybit, right? All these exchanges, right? All these exchanges are giving away free money, all of them, right? Why are they doing that? Why? Just for to deposit crypto on their exchange. So why would the heck they do that? Well, it's because that was the norm back in the day. With banks would actually give you something to deposit with them, right? The same with exchanges. And all these exchanges, if you use my link, will give you something extra, okay? So you just head over to x.dj15.com, links are in the description below, and check out which exchange you want to use. Boom, right? I have a list of them, and I'm going to be adding some exchanges as well. Bybit is announcing that a discount, right, on MNT. It is their Manto is their token, basically. Like exchanges have each exchange has their own token, and you can buy live on Bybit and advanced earn, right? And so basically, you could actually buy the Mantle token at a discount, right? And so links are in the description below on how you can do exactly that. Let's head over to. First, click on here, and it'll take you to a special page where you can get buy at a discount and with my link, right? So there you go. So it's all set up, ready to go. x.dj15.com. Okay. Attack on Bitcoin. Bitcoiner slam legal threat in soft fork proposal. Ooh, man, this is not giving people confidence, man. This nonsense. Oh my God. Yes, there's a lot of infighting with developers when it comes to Bitcoin, and it's the knots. And the issue is, should other data be allowed inside of the Bitcoin blockchain other than transactions? And whilst on one side you can argue yes, that's correct. On the other side, the problem is people will find a way to add data in a complex way, right? Making it even worse is what the other side is arguing. So what they're proposing is an easier way for them to add data, right? For developers to add data if they want to. And those are the trade-offs, right? And so what both sides are not seeing, right, is that in order to remove non-transactional data, it's a whack-a-mole job. Because developers will find complex ways to do so. So for example, let's pretend I wanted to add, they cleared out all the different areas that was a transaction, that was not transaction data. Well, I could formulate a transaction in such a way that it actually is data, right? I could use what's it called, the hash time lock, right? A combination of the hash time lock and a whole bunch of other things in order to put data inside the blockchain. So it's a whack-a-mole job. I've already thought of like 10 different ways. If Luke Dasher's knots were to be selected, it's not worth it. This fight is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Mt. Gox's security flaw cost millions. Could AI have spotted them? The answer is no. What? Well, AI as it is not a general intelligence. It will only spot it if you ask it. Oh, damn. Right? So, if they were to say, okay, look for security flaws, right? Probably would have found it. Probably. Right? But you would have to ask. Right? So, that's the question, right? And you have to ask the question correctly, right? And in context. So, odds are they wouldn't have asked the right question in the right context in the right section of the code, because there's a lot of ifs there. Right? So, yeah, the answer is probably no. Major Iranian private bank goes bankrupt, roiling 42 million customers. Okay, so after accumulating around $8 billion worth of losses and debt, the Iranian bank has been dissolved. Okay, so just so you know, when we come back here to exchanges, right here, all these exchanges are effectively banks, and at any point in time they can go insolvent. So just remember that. Remember that. Okay? So if you deposit anything in there, just remember that is a possibility. It doesn't matter which exchange it is, the strongest one to the weakest one, they're all susceptible. Why are they, even the strongest one, susceptible to that? Well, the bigger you are, the more you understand the criminal nature of our financial system. And once you understand it, then you become a part of it in order to survive. Simple as that, right? Okay. With that said, you might say, well, Da Vinci, your TSATs, aren't you holding Bitcoin to back up that TSATs? Me? Hell's fracking no. Do I want to go to jail? No way. Are you crazy? I like my freedom, right? It's all stored on a smart contract, right? And if you head over to FRT15.net, right, you can actually go to the homepage and you can see in this smart contract, this is where it is in TBTC, right? Every offsetting TSAT must have TBTC with it. And you can add the 21 trillion TBTCs out. 21 trillion, right? In total that can exist. And so this total, right, minus this plus this equals 21 trillion. So those two together equals 21 trillion, right? If you convert this to sats. Always. Always. Always and forever. Okay? No need to worry. And you're like, well, that's just a website. Okay, dude, you are not understanding Web3 very much. So, right? Web3, right? You do need a website to actually communicate with it, but you don't have to, of course, but you write your own program to do it. But if you want to, right, you could actually go to the About page and find the GitHub, and you could download the web page and run it on your computer and access your Bitcoins without me. And you could always get, if you fall into trouble, you could say, hey, AI, this is not working. I'm not sure why. Can you help me fix this so that I can communicate and access the smart contract so I can get my Bitcoin? And that's that. Boom. Of course, in the future, it'll make it even easier, right? Oh my God. Yeah, this is another question that I will answer later on, okay? Alrighty. Alrighty, moving on. Bitcoin, what are you going to do? Bitcoin's favorite quarter just arrived. Yeah, it might be the favorite quarter, but man, Bitcoin has not been running lately. And let's see what happens. Let's see if we finally pump to all-time highs. Really, it doesn't really matter for me, right? It's not like I'm going to be selling, but hey, it would be nice. It would be nice just to talk about it, right? All right. Is Bitcoin turn to pump hard yet? Is it? Maybe, but this is now the gold is like reversing, but I don't think this is a reversal that's going to last very long, guys. Gold is signaling, hey, something's wrong. And there is something wrong. Our financial system is dying. Right? So this guy who plans to ban Bitcoin, right, because, you know, they're part of the global elite. Oh, wait a second, he's buying some. Oh, damn, now he holds a little bit more. Wow, look at that. All right, let's listen to Raoul Paul. It says Bitcoin's traditional 4-year cycle has evolved into a 5-year one.
Why is Bitcoin sort of not wildly off to the races yet? And it's this chart. Bitcoin is basically, this is a detrended Bitcoin, and it's basically the ISM, which is the business cycle. Remember, we've always said it's the business cycle stupid. It is always the business cycle stupid. And all of these people who claim it's the 4-year cycle based around this and that, they don't understand the fundamental of what the business cycle is, why there's a 4-year cycle in everything. And we've explained it. We'll go through it in great detail tomorrow in our Everything Code presentation. But basically, it's following the ISM. And rates have been following the same pattern. You see, rates should have come lower. They need to come lower because we need to roll the debt. We've talked about this. That's part of the Everything Code, fundamental part. And ISM, because rates are so high, has meant that Main Street has been screwed while Wall Street's made money from debasement. Earnings versus scarce assets. This is the issue that they need to solve, and they need to get rates lower. They get rates lower. Why? Why do we have an elongated business cycle that looks like virtually no other time? It's because, and I only just found this out redoing the work on the Everything Code recently, is that in 2021-22, they actually extended the maturity of the debt from 4 years to 5 years. So that extension of the maturity of debt has pushed out the business cycle a year. The 4-year cycle this time around is a 5-year cycle. We don't know what the next one will be until we see where they all end up getting refinanced. Whether it comes back to 4 because they managed to get some stuff at the long end, or whether they shorten it because everything's in the short end. We don't know yet. But this one is a 5-year cycle.
Now, whether or not it's a 5-year cycle, I'm not going to argue that. What I am going to argue is the logic that it's a 5-year cycle. It's never been a 5-year cycle. The cycle was always because of the supply constraint that Bitcoin would have, the supply shock, right? Once, you know, the Bitcoin mining got cut in half, right? That's always been the catalyst for Bitcoin rise. Is it this time it's no longer the case? It's possible. Because the percentage needed, the percentage that's going to be growing into the economy is negligible to the amount that's already available. That's how it is. Right? Okay. Bulgaria sold 213,500 Bitcoin in 2017. I remember that. And did you know that if they'd kept it, they'd pay off all their debts? Think about that for a second. Oh my Lord. Wow. Talk about not knowing what you got when you got it. Damn. Look at this. I'm sure. The winners don't trade, they hold. Yes. A lot of people just don't get it. Everyone buys Bitcoin at the price they deserve, man. A lot of y'all don't get it. A lot of y'all are here just for the price rise. I know this guy over here. He was exactly like that, Mr. M. I mean, he was in it for the price rise. Then he found religion. I helped him understand, right, what his mistakes were. Right? I helped him see the godly vision of Bitcoin, orange shining down on him. That, oh, dude, yeah, you might want to hold that like for the forever term because, well, people are going to use it as money. And when we use it as money, you don't need to sell it. If there's so long as we use fiat currencies, you never need to sell. Right? You can always just borrow against it. Right? And it will always go up in value. Boom. And even if we do use Bitcoin as money and lend loans as money, right? You can still borrow against your Bitcoin and keep your Bitcoin. And you're like, why would I borrow the money that I already have? That requires you to join. If you have to ask that question, you need to join the school. You definitely need it. Definitely. Absolutely need it. If you're asking that question. All right. Look at that. Somebody decided, yeah, I don't like Kraken anymore. I don't like leaving my Bitcoin on exchanges anymore. And has left the building. He said, screw that. I'm out. Probably a good idea. Join.
You want to crash the show? It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, man.
Today's brutal.
Yeah, you told me to stay away, didn't you?
Yeah. Today's hard, guys, but you gotta go to the gym. You gotta show up, right?
Yeah, I worked out at home today. I did the cardio at my own pace.
Nice.
So, still suffering from yesterday
Yeah,
and the
I
day
know.
before.
I know.
But yeah,
The F-45 is no joke, man. They will break you in half.
exactly. So what do you think about this whale just taking everything off of exchanges? What do you think?
I think it's doing good. It's a good idea to move your coin from, if they are on the exchange, it's not yours, but you think they are until you can't. Did I tell you about my experience in Kraken the other day? I couldn't send crypto out.
Yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was the AWS problem, but then it persisted. So, yeah, nothing wrong with Kraken, by the way. I used them since forever, but you always have that thing where it's not really yours. So, good move. Usually when they move them, it means they don't want to sell them, right?
Exactly. That's true.
It's a good sign.
It's easy to sell, of course, on an exchange. That's the most easiest place, the most liquid place to sell your Bitcoin. It makes more sense, right? But hey, if you want to hold, the best place is in your hands, right?
100%. Not your keys, not your supermodel.
All right, why don't you get some questions here, and I'll just continue with the show. Okay.
Fish some.
It's investing legend Gary Cardone just said Bitcoin is going to 200 trillion in, I guess, market cap, right? Well, probably a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more than that.
This is with Scott, right? Scott Melker.
This is a $2 trillion industry
200
going to a $200 trillion industry. None of you guys understand how big this is going to be. It started so small. Y'all are looking at it going, oh, yeah, but it can't get... Dude, this thing can eat everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yes.
And $2 trillion is nothing.
Yeah, Scott.
Nothing.
In
$2
this world.
trillion
I'm old enough to
industries.
remember when $1 trillion was a
$2
big
trillion
number.
industries do not fail. That is a maxim, dude. Like, it's got too much inertia. It has escape velocity. It ain't coming down. So all the money that's sitting in real estate, 330 trillion,
Yes.
$7 trillion
Yes.
making 4%, it's going to move into instruments that have access to
Yes.
Bitcoin, and the people don't even know it. STRC. They don't know it. Good, man. Paying my 10% yield.
Yeah, I mean, you have no clue what's about to happen, right? Everybody who owns some sort of investment, they do so because they understand that they need to protect their wealth from inflation, right? Because what is it? It's eating away at their wealth because they're someone like the government and basically anyone who borrows money is actually eating away at their whatever they've saved for the long term. So there's all kinds of different investments out there that people just park money into that they can't park it into cash. Why? Because the cash is trash, right?
Yeah.
Now, imagine you have an asset that you can park it into, right, and take zero risk.
And you make money instead of losing money.
No, but you increase your value, not like money, because your numbers don't go up.
I mean, Bitcoin depends. Bitcoin
Because
is money.
the only way to make more money is to actually provide more value, and then someone will give you some Bitcoin for it, right?
Yeah.
Because that's how you increase your Bitcoin stash.
Bitcoin stack.
And that's making money, right? If you have X amount of Bitcoin and you do nothing, you're not making money. You're just increasing the value by holding onto it. Do you understand? So you're getting more value for your money in the future by saving it.
Yeah.
Right? And so effectively, right, you're guaranteed an increase in value without doing anything, without having to decide, okay, should I invest over here? Should I invest over there? Should I move it over here? Should I have this? Should I have that? You just hold. And you save and increase your value. And if you don't understand why everyone will be attracted to that, again, you need to do something like go to, point to where they should go. Please point, yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Because it's coming to wipe out every single solitary investment out there. Every single one. Because they're only there to protect those investments, whether it's your bonds, your stocks, right? All of that is just purchase just to protect your wealth for the long term. And you're like, well, don't people protect their wealth already in those investments? Yeah, they do. Then what will convince them to change? Yeah, that's a good question, right? Very good question. And I'm going to answer that, not today, but in the school. Whoops.
Sorry, not sorry.
Okay.
Did you save those before? Yeah. No.
Yeah, I've saved some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. I've seen
Alrighty.
some, yeah.
Every major BTC rally started with the same way. Okay. Open interest nukes, traders wiped out, pump follows. Let's from your keyboard to God's ears. Okay. The biggest gold influencer telling you to buy the top. Gold is great buy at $4,000 and silver is even better at $47. Remember, it was just a week ago, gold hit $4,400 and silver $54. Those highs will likely not even be close to the peak of this bull run, schiffgold.com. Now, I would argue that Peter Schiff is correct. Gold will go higher because there's no escape of the money printing, right? Money printing will come, right? And there will be a lot of money out there, basically, that will enter the space and try to protect itself in different ways. It will continue to protect themselves in different ways until they realize there's only one way. The Bitcoin way.
I disagree, though. Gold is not going to zero. I disagree there. But
Yeah.
with the rest, it might be a local top, but there is no chance gold is going to
Exactly. Yeah. Zero.
Still, I believe it's still a good asset in your portfolio.
Exactly. Definitely.
It's my take.
Okay, let's answer those questions that people have been waiting with bated breath. You know, I always wondered that saying, bated breath. Do you know what a bait is? Is something you put on a hook
I don't know where that was coming from though.
And if you go fishing, so
Yeah.
what? Do I smell like worms or fish? Other fish?
always-
What kind of bated breath?
It always confused me. Also. I'm not sure where it's coming from. It might be a funny story though.
Yeah, exactly. Sure, we got to look that up somewhere. Right?
ChatGPT.
Exactly. But anyways, first
Right.
question.
So I watch all your video from 2022. Please help T-Sats for future next gen like Orc and PayPay? Question
Okay,
mark.
first off, TSATs is not a meme coin, right? What do you consider TSATs?
It's Bitcoin.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's this Bitcoin in essence.
If you say TSATs going to the moon, yeah, well, Bitcoin's going to the moon too
Exactly.
because they're the same.
Because it's Bitcoin. So it's correct. Bitcoin is going to the moon. So yeah,
yeah,
fair.
same, all the same. Okay.
Exactly.
Whilst next gen Orc and PayPay, right? Those are just meme coins. Will they do well? I don't know. Maybe.
Different story. Potatoes and apples.
Yeah, it's all up to the community, right? I mean, the community is big enough to actually start, tweeting about Orc, tweeting about PayPay, doing whatever they want to actually get people interested in owning those tokens, right? If they want, but it's all community driven. Every single meme coin, and they're only the community, not me. I can't do anything about that, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So no XRP for sure.
Let me think about that one. So you understand, right, that the Federal Reserve is bad, right? Because somebody can print money. Well, you understand that XRP, 50% of it, is held by one institution, right? And is making sure that it's making deals with the people at the top that can print money. Does that make sense to you?
Maybe you don't want to hold that. Imagine someone one day wakes up and he goes, I'm going to make a coin. Snap. And it creates billions of supply, whatever they might be, it doesn't matter. They keep 50% and they sell the other 50%. Would you want to have that? Think about this.
I don't understand. Like,
No.
this is not even done with meme coins.
Unless
Unless they want to rug it.
hey,
wait.
you never know.
Oh, wait. Oh! Wait a second. We just found something. We just discovered something.
But hey, great marketing though.
Yeah.
Gotta give it.
Oh, man. That would be a rug of the century, man.
Oh yeah. Wow. I mean, someone was tweeting the other day that one of the founders is offloading a lot of XRP at the moment.
That'd be a rug of the century.
Hey, it might come in your theater. Stay tuned. So for me, no, I don't touch that. I'd rather have dollars, to be honest. I know it sounds controversial, but it is what it is. Kaspa.
Well, Kaspa, I mean, again, I think Kaspa's technology is good, but they're just not doing the right things. I mean, here's the thing about it, right? When you compare it to Solana, if they can pair that with what's it called, smart contract system, it would be the best asset for. But the best thing for like both, smart contracts and crypto. But it would still be, if once they throw smart contracts in it, it becomes less decentralized, right? Because you have to keep an eye out for anything that can go wrong, like sometimes online, right?
Yeah.
So,
look, here's my 2 Satoshi on Kaspa. I actually hosted a debate on my channel, Kaspa versus Bitcoin. And ever since the debate, Kaspa is down like 50% versus Bitcoin.
yeah, because again, it's a nascent coin that probably will have its day, but
I don't have Kaspa either. Honestly, I'm just a Bitcoin guy only. So,
but it's going to take some time. It's going to take a while.
yeah. Government shut down.
Bitcoin. What do you think?
It doesn't matter, right? Like,
Shut down what? You mean they're going to turn off the Bitcoin?
no, I mean, yeah, I would like to see that. I mean, it doesn't matter what the government does. Bitcoin is going to run. TikTok next block.
Yeah. So is there any way for them to turn it off?
No, they can't.
Okay.
So Yeah, they can try. I would like to see that happening, but yeah, we can see how that goes. Right?
Yeah, it won't end very well for them.
Exactly. Someone is saying there is no free classes. No, there are free classes. So if you sign up on the course b4b.davincij15.com, you will have indeed a lot of free classes actually.
Yeah, let me just show you. Actually,
Yeah, there are.
Let's just do that right now. If you just go to b4b, DaVinciJ15.com, and I'm going to show you right here, right? And then you scroll down. I've actually rechanged the website, right? And then you go join and watch free courses.
Yeah. Oh my God, I have to.
right there.
I have to address this. I'm sorry. So this lady says you should sign up for the course because clearly you don't understand a few principles here. There is no difference in Ripple selling XRP than in whales selling Bitcoin. Girl, Ripple has 50% of the supply. 50.
Zero.
No whale has that much.
Nobody
so the
has
difference is huge. And I would encourage you, please, to study because this is fundamentally wrong. Sorry, I had to say it. Sorry, but not picking on you, but this is such a bad take. So study Bitcoin. Clearly, you need to study Bitcoin, and it's fine. You know, I get it. It's confusing, but that's why we have a school, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Next, you just came for a run, kinda. So we do it's called F45. It's like a CrossFit thing, and then at the end of the class we do run. So yeah, that's why I was catching my breath because Dubai now is cold, but it's still 30 degrees. I mean, winter.
It's winter here. Winter conditions.
Winter conditions. All right, we have a super chat. I'd like to get your opinion on Toshi. I have no idea what that is.
What?
Toshi, I think is a meme coin, I guess, on Base. I have no idea what that is.
No, none. Sorry.
No financial advice, but I will stick to Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's what it is.
Or Bitcoin's related assets, right? Okay. There's more questions. There was what did we already answer the should Solana shut down? What happens if Sol shuts down? No more TSATs.
Oh yeah, what happens if there's an issue with Solana? What happens with TSATs?
Interesting, right? Yeah, I mean, if Solana shuts down, just keep in mind that Solana is a database, right? Let's just say it permanently shuts down. There's a record of who has what, and so we could set it up so that you can get your TSATs onto another network, right? And you just have to sign a message with your Solana address, saying that yes, I have those TSATs and I want them on my new network. That's it. It's a database, so we know who has what, when. Done.
Yep. Exactly. I think that's the last one.
Yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Cheers.